All right, bro. We're good.
All right.
Here you go.
Okay, getting into this.
Welcome to my pod.
Well,
Welcome to my pod, man. This is Andrew.
Hello. I'm Andrew.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Andrew. I run an events company in Toronto called K&Q
Yes, sir. I'm going to bring Steph on here soon.
Yeah, you should. I think you could.
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
He's going to come in.
Build the whole king and queen little empire.
I'm trying to expand my rig right now. It'll happen soon. I already got like microphones and everything set up. I just have to get it hooked. And I'll have you guys back again for like a duo thing that you were initially we're talking about.
No, but I think it'd be good like individually because like he's a DJ producer.
Yeah,
I'm a DJ producer.
Exactly.
So you kind of hear everyone's view.
Yeah,
and like you get to see the whole story. Of where it all came from.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get a little into it. Like,
dude, absolutely.
I was the founder of the company. I originally started with a chick.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called K&Q
Okay.
It all started with a deck of
chick?
cards. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
All right.
We're building pieces here.
Fair.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
That's the good part, you know?
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. We got to build to the good part. I mean, there's a lot of good stories. It all started with a deck of cards in my basement. We're trying to come up with
cards, huh?
Yeah, I don't know, just the deck of cards.
You know what I thought though? King and Queen. I literally thought of the streets. Do you get that? Do you get that from people?
So my business partner now, Stefan, said that the first time before he joined with me, or I brought him on.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I thought it was all replicated based on the King Street and Queen Street.
That's what I thought.
But then it's like, I don't know. Like a lot of people are surprised that it's just like based on a deck of cards. And the other thing too, when I started, like if you really scroll down to the end of the Instagram, it starts with like a bunch of chess pieces. There's like a queen chess piece and a king.
Okay, you guys thought about it.
Yeah. There's whole branding to it here.
And what time are we talking?
Oh, this all started. So company started January 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Pandemic time.
So right before the pandemic, the whole vision was I just want to do local events.
Yeah.
Someone had a place, so we're gonna do like a show. If anyone knows and anyone hears this, it's called back in the day it was the One Loft. Back in the day.
One Loft, okay.
Yeah. It used to be bumping like before the pandemic. I've
heard of it briefly.
Yeah. So we had something planned for May, local event, everything organized, sick, whatever, and boom, February hits, and there's this thing coming. You know, people are getting sick. Like, what do we do, right? And then boom, March, everyone's fucking locked down.
Yep.
And what do you do, right? So, I decided I jumped on this era of the Twitch world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see all these like DJs on live streams. So I said, okay. I started an event company. Page's fucking blank. Has a few followers. I don't want it to go to dry.
Fair.
So I'm like, let's do something about it. And then, boom.
And you got
start doing
Queen.
a live stream, man. And
dude. And you started with just you doing it.
Yeah.
Or so would you bring in people?
It was just me and my business partner. She, at the time, she, again, like with the card flip, it was a queen, king, blah, blah, blah. And she was very marketed driven and had background in photography. That was the vision. I was just like really into DJing and like all that. So I had the music side. And when the live streams came up, she kind of like didn't really have much to do. Like she kind of helped out in the sense of like maybe making some marketing material, designs, whatever. But like I really dug in on how to like do all this Twitch shit. I was like totally like, I want to do something like
the routing, all of that stuff.
I figured all that shit out.
Yeah.
And like I was totally going into knowing nothing. And I was just watching like how the heck researching like what the hell do you do on Twitch, bro? Like what the fuck? What's this record thing? You can record live. You don't have to record live. Yeah. So then I thought to myself like no one does it. And everyone has their own personal DJ channel. Why not have like an event channel that provides a platform for all DJs? So it'd be like a little event here and there, like a weekly event. And then how'd you like did you staying consistent? That's a challenge, right? That's a big challenge. That's one thing today that I am like if I would give advice to someone or whatever. That's one thing I always say, like be consistent. There's shows today that we've made a lot of money. There's
Yeah.
shows made like just past break even, but at the end of the day, like it's being consistent. Like you're constantly building an audience. Like
Yeah.
like we have a mailing list over 1,000 people now.
Dude,
So
I'm
like
so happy for you
so
guys.
you know what I
man.
mean?
That's
Like it started to have nothing at the beginning, zero,
Yeah.
right? And like
And
that's
consistency
the crazy
paid
part.
off.
And that's what paid off because you keep consistent. The idea was like once a month, right? And then after once a month, like that worked more and more.
Yeah.
And you know, now it's going really well. And live stream era, what really, I'm gonna step back to that.
Yeah.
What really, I would say, kind of got me lucky, but again, no one was doing it. So like all clubs are not doing live streams. No one's doing live streams. Like what kind of DJs, if they want to like perform or like do anything, what source do they have?
Yeah.
So like funny enough, I used that as leverage, and I said I'm the only like Canadian live stream EDM kind of thing. So a lot of guys that I put on, that I got that was international, either never played here before or whatever. So I was like, get exposure in Canada, and it actually kind of worked because I connected with one guy. You've heard of probably Mike Williams.
Mike Williams.
He's like a big EDM artist.
So I'll just disclaimer though, okay?
Disclaimer.
I'm gonna let you know this. I know about EDM, but I'm not as well versed in it as like you guys.
Yeah,
like I know about like I wanted to be a fucking DJ when I was like 15 years old. I was listening to Martin Garrix like back and forth, like all over. Like I was like so into it. Then I got like at the same time I was playing like stuff. I was playing instruments, so these kind of took over the DJ. But like recently, man, like I've been seeing you guys. Like I definitely want to explore that. Like at least like learn. Like how
there's
the
so
inner
much,
workings of.
Like there's a lot of self-taught things, obviously failed things, but but you're absolutely right. Like a lot of people don't know like the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And like I really don't care if anyone like a DJ hears this right now, but please don't go DMing me and like never show up to an event and expect a gig.
Oh my god.
And what I'm trying to say is there's so many things behind the scenes people don't
Cutting,
see,
like,
and people think they can just like skip a line.
No.
And it's just like that's not how it works. And I give credit to anyone that's listening.
You have to be reliable. That's the thing. Even when I worked with you guys the first time, I noticed the organization. And that carries a long way.
It does.
Like every single time I see a booking, okay, you guys are on. I know your workflow, and I know that you guys are gonna give me information that I need in a very like smooth, organized manner.
Easy, right?
It helps everyone, man. Like it
makes the night easy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, trust me, dude. Like I've seen some
messed
really horrid events, like like without disclosing names.
No.
But yeah, man, like it's all over the place. You'd be surprised, but that's why I totally agree with you. Like DMing you about like skipping the line and all that stuff.
Yeah. People do like the big thing like mine. Like okay, so current business partners. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
We all have business backgrounds. We all, by chance, this is out of the ordinary, but we all went to Ryerson. We're all different years.
Okay.
Never met each other at Ryerson. That's the crazy part. And
wow.
Yeah, and it actually, in a way, whenever time we introduce, we're like, we went to the same university, blah, 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 but we never met there. And everyone's like, what the hell? We're just like, yeah, we met through music.
Dude.
And that was what blew my mind, too.
That's crazy, too. For me, too. Like, all my social circle, like, most of my social circle, it's because of music, dude. Like, music has, like, helped me in so many different ways. Like, I think you can say the same for yourself.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Like,
As time went on with all this stuff, like, a lot of, like, friendships, relationships. Really fortunate for the music side. Like, I do have my close friends growing up and all that, and I still keep in touch. But, like, I'll tell you, when it comes to music and it's a passion, like, it's a different conversation compared to your other friend.
Absolutely,
and, like,
dude.
That's not shitting on them. It's just how it is. It's like,
no, it's organic.
It's organic. The comfort level is just a game-changing conversation.
It's a very communal thing, right? Like, it feels very natural. Like, it doesn't feel forced. Like I mean, we haven't had like a sit-down conversation, but like, bro, like, we've had like, I don't know, brief exchanges during the events, and it's fucking been great every single time.
Those experiences, right? So
yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but I have this bad habit, sidetracking, but that's the whole point of a podcast. But
dude, tangents, that's all it's about.
Yeah.
tangents, bro. Like the last few episodes have been crazy.
I like to keep like go back of where I started.
Yeah.
Just so I'm like on track.
Yeah.
Because then I always go somewhere else with it.
That's all right, man. Just go with the flow.
The live stream era, going back, there's this guy named Dastic.
Okay.
Dastic was the guy that was trying to say Mike Williams. Mike Williams big.
Yeah.
There's this genre that was big back in the day called Future House.
Future House, okay.
I mean, they're all kind of around that Martin Garrix sound and whatever, melodies and chords and all that. But yeah, I had this guy through some connection, and I got him on a live stream, and then I had another one. And that's the thing, how it blew up was I got leverage off that. And it was just like, okay, I got this guy, now I'm going to use it as a resume builder. I'm going to pump it out, send an email to the next guy, and see if they give in. And some of these guys, since they never actually, again, played in Canada or whatever, or didn't have much exposure, it's a good way to target it. Mm-hmm. And then one morning, this is a funny story. One morning, 8 a.m., I was working from home because, pandemic.
Pandemic, of course.
Yeah, my full-time job. So I checked my email. This is a bad thing. I'm totally a bad multitasker, my real job and King Queen Events. But yeah.
But King and Queen Events is your baby.
It's my baby, though. Exactly. It's where I started at,
Yep.
Job is a job.
Let's be
real. I mean, yeah, it's the job I studied in school. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, it's your baby.
Yeah.
And so this email I get at 8 a.m. My parents are sleeping. My dad's in his bed upstairs. And I get this email from this UK agency that reps like really big artists. We're talking like, I don't know, I'll name some like what's his name? Alok. Yeah, he's been to Toronto before. He's been known for like Brazilian bass. There's a guy named Seven that did the song Boom with Tiesto. And so I was looking at this whole roster and I was like, these are all like, established artists in the scene.
Yeah.
So the email's like, we want to work with you, free, we see your live stream, whatever, we want to build fan base in Canada, and they're pitching me like Mesto, these other artists that are like actually worked with like Martin Garrix, and I'm just like,
just out of the blue, too.
Out of the blue email, right?
Bro, you must have been fucking, like, just washed with fucking emotions.
I was. What?
Fuck.
But guess what my reaction was? Screaming, Dad, what the fuck? And then he's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep. It's 8 a.m. I'm like, you're not going to believe this.
Oh, my God. What about your parents? Are they aware of, like, what you guys are doing now?
Yeah. But my mom was kind of, like, hesitant about all this other stuff.
Yeah.
My dad's super supportive of what I do.
Cool,
he's
man.
Always a believer.
What about when you were starting out initially?
My parents were
super supportive.
Well, supportive because this is the bad thing. I always was a party goer, going out all the time.
You kind of have to, no?
Yeah. Like
kind of have
being
to
in
be
this
able
industry,
to,
you have to kind of think. But like myself, growing up, like I used to just always like to go out, go to clubs, just party with my friends, rave, whatever, and even so, like, and then. Yeah, just going to events. That was always thing. Like it all built to this.
That
and then
really helps
promoting.
too, right? Because you're looking at how people are putting events up. You're taking like
that's literally here's a segue. The real fact why King and Queen started or where it is today is once my ex-business partner left and my other partners joined in, I had like a strong vision I really wanted to push, and not to hate on the guys that do the biggest festival in Toronto and thing. I mean, people can figure that out without me saying their name. But they constantly bring the same artists. Mm-hmm. And, like,
people
I was like, people get bored of it. Like, how many times, like, I don't care if you like them. I'm going to fucking expose them. And, like, I don't mind them. But at the same time, how many times do I see Loud Luxury in the city? And, like, it's great. It's
like,
great.
You're dropping these names, and I'm like, I don't want to be like,
Like,
I don't know them.
I'm not, like, I'm
Loud
not.
Luxury. Dude, you said Loud Luxury. They're fucking, so they're big.
They're huge, yeah. They're based in like London, Ontario. They're both Western boys. Growing up, I know a few people that know them. I just heard of them and stuff. But like, like not to hate on them, and it's great that Toronto constantly books them like that event promoter.
Yeah.
But my deal is like eventually that's gonna get boring and dry, and like that's what clicked with me. I'm like, no one's doing it. No one's bringing like talent that. There's a lot of talent in the world, right? Yeah. And it's like there's obviously people that want to see these artists, but like they don't just
on
get
a repetition.
the chance.
Yeah, like if it's repeatedly, I guess you could do it like back to back, like for a couple of times, depending on the, I don't know, demand, right?
Exactly.
And then it'll kind of sway off, right?
Like it's weird because like every December, it's like it's predicted that they're coming to Toronto. So you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I've been to so many events that, like, at this point, it's like I kind of know when this artist is coming.
Yeah.
But by me saying that, it made me click, like, I can do something about this. So that's when the
Found the
gap in there and the niche side of things came in.
Nice.
And that's what a lot of people said. Like, I'm going to drop this one. Like, this is a great name we just booked is Julian Jordan.
Oh, dude, I've heard.
And he's under Martin Garrix's wing, right?
Yeah.
And so example, he actually played in Toronto back in the day on a tour it was called Sander Van Doorn's tour.
I've heard of that name too.
Yeah, he was massive back then. Kind of older now.
Yeah.
And then he brought like Firebeats and Julian Jordan when he was young. But he hasn't been here since. But like, let's be honest, 2015 to now.
Yeah.
Time has changed. He's totally different, right? And he's like massive now.
Yeah.
Like he's a no name in the scene, right? So, and under Martin Garrix's wing, like fuck. So it thought to me like, crazy story. I went to like the show 2 years ago. It was a Abstract show. I love bass house. That's like one of my passions with my DJ kind of stuff and producing. That's what we're gonna plan down the line. But my duo partner made a comment that night. He's like, "Yo, I love bass house so much, but there's not enough of it. Like, it's so nice to see Abstract, but he comes here always like every 2 years, blah blah blah. Like, what if you book Julian Jordan?" And I was just like, I don't know. Maybe the day will come. He's like, that's legendary. You could die in history, he said. And I was like, yo, what? And then boom, like as I kept developing this portfolio and the names I'm like dropping constantly, like everyone says, and it is nice to hear this feedback, is like every freaking artist we're bringing is like bigger, better every time.
Yeah.
Like this fall is nuts.
That's a good like trend to be part, like to be in, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Because that's indicative of the fact that you guys are growing real fast, which is like, and I think if you keep an eye out for that trend, it's just gonna go up.
Just keep going up.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. So when I did get the chance, like this is the story of all these like behind the scenes stuff. So there's agencies you work with and you send out emails and like there's ways to speak, blah blah blah. And I learned the hard way. I learned how I got art bombed. I know how to you know, there's a way you learn, right? But like even to get that chance to book Julian Jordan, it wasn't that I sent one email and I got it. No, it was because one, I started building a resume.
Yeah.
Two, it was actually through another booking I did earlier in the year. So because I did, it was like a test. Like, oh, how can you do with this artist? And then like they didn't say that, but I kind of got that point. It's like I'm not gonna give you Julian Jordan until you use our other artists and see like, okay, are you guys decent enough to like handle this, right?
Gotcha.
And then boom, he introduced us to his agent, and then his agent was like, okay, I'm down.
Wow.
So
like I think that goes to show, right? Like maintaining a good relationship with every client, right?
Oh yeah.
Regardless of what bumps you might have. Like that goes a long way. Like you never know.
Oh no.
You never fucking
And it's
know.
like the story like about screaming at my dad. You never know. You actually never know when the time will come or what will come. And yeah, now we're here today,
Dude,
2 years later, and
awesome.
I fucking booked Julian Jordan. Like what the fuck?
That's fucking insane. So where is he performing?
He's performing at Hush Hush. It's under Nest, 423 College Street. You know, little Bathurst and College for the people to know. But yeah, no, that's November 24th. November 24th. Dude. Yeah, we have a massive. If you go on the Instagram, you can see all the. There's like 5 events posted of all the upcoming events.
Fuck, man.
Another name on drop right now, Retrovision. People have been dying. Supposedly it's his North American debut.
Shit.
Yeah, he's been known like he's one of those like under Hexagon label with Don Diablo.
Oh
so
shit.
So he's like right under him. And that's the thing, like see, I know I can't afford like the fucking Martin Garrix, the Don Diablo, but like I think that's another thing I tapped in. It's like, why not get these guys that are like under their wings, up and comings, because like they have the exposure. People know who they are, but it's like no one's giving them a chance.
Yeah.
And like I understand like certain agencies, certain clubs, certain promoters, they'll be like, I just want to go to the top dog in the
just
market.
Aim for the stars, yeah.
But like you got to build your name in each city.
That's something I've come across people like that are like that make like beats or like that make like certain productions or something, and they're always like, they love it, right? Like obviously you put so much effort, you put so much time and energy into your work. They're like, okay, we're gonna aim for like the top. Like, nah, that's not,
man.
no.
That's not where it goes. You can't. You don't get it.
You
like
gotta
that.
build your resume, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
and that's
say yes to like lots of things that you're like, oh, like I don't know if this is where I want to be. No, like say yes.
Say yes. Yeah.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Everything's a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Like you can apply it in the long run. Like somewhere down the line, you will be able to use what you learn through all that shit, right?
What you said is like I lived through it. Let's put it this way. I used to. I'm gonna go a little before even King Queens. I used to run a Call of Duty knifing clan in high school. It's called Dire Front. You can still find it on YouTube. It's
Wait,
all
hold on. What's that? What Call of Duty knifing clan? You said.
Yeah. So you know, like you must have heard this growing up if you played COD. FaZe Clan.
Of course.
So you know how they used to do, like, they were known for sniping?
So
there was a time.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a time that, like, things emerged, and then with all the new versions of Call of Duty, people got into the world saying, like, oh, let's do a knifing style. So it'd be, like, tomahawks only and, like, knife tomahawk, not just, like, quick scopes, you know what I mean? And, like, a kill feed in quick scopes. It'd be a kill feed in, like, knifing.
Oh, shit.
And, like, yeah, that's something, like, I just tapped in, and then... there wasn't many like groups of them, so it was like almost proud to say I was like a top 5. You
like assembled,
yeah,
oh, dude.
And
so
then,
you kind of like had that. Would you say that's like the growing, maybe possible? Yeah.
Like I'll be honest, I made peanuts on that, but again, it was one of those things that started off as like a learning thing. Graphics design example, like some of the flyers at the beginning, I actually made all the flyers on King Queen Events. Like, I've never hired someone. And right now, even too, my team and I, we work together on them. Like, we actually don't have someone we hire.
You just make it yourself, right?
And it's like you said, like, these past experiences, I was forced to learn how to use it. Like, I learned how to use Photoshop. I learned how to, like, use Canva. And it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? And you live and learn. You live and learn.
It might seem intimidating. It might seem like a lot. Like, it might seem like, holy fuck, like, it's a lot to do. And sometimes it is. Like, I understand. Like, but if you push through it, like, and if you, like, just stay consistent and, like, just persevere, I think you can apply those skills. And it becomes really efficient for your brand.
Yeah.
And, like, especially if you're building something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I agree with you, dude.
And that's why I noticed, like, I'm going to use, like, some people would say, oh, because Zodiac sign, you're a Leo. But,
what do you believe in that?
I'm wishy-washy about it because, like, I have a friend that I forgot his birthday's in February. I forgot the sign there, but he's like, I'm looking at his traits. It doesn't describe anything of him. So you know what I mean? And I'm just like, so is it actually true?
There, just like one thing that just gets me is just like how it's kind of like ambiguous.
Yes.
It's like kind of like holistic in a sense. So like it'll definitely take off certain things that's related to you, like, right? So like I don't know, like I'm on the same page. Like I'm just very I'm not quite sure. There are certain things sometimes. I believe in karma though.
Yeah, I believe in karma too.
Karma's like but
I'm with you on that too. Like zodiac sign, like at the end of the day, it's like some things yes, some things no. Like it just it's even like reading your horoscope. Not everything of your horoscope is real. It's just I don't know who created this shit, but at the end of the day, some science was working, and it's like some pieces are coming, and people believed it. But it is what it is.
Oh man,
it is what it is.
Did you hear about this researcher he did like a study on shrooms.
Oh yeah.
And basically he was able to relate like early scriptures of like Christianity.
Okay.
He was able to like this might be sensitive, but early scriptures of Christianity. So basically, like it came off of like people taking shrooms and like they put it in the scriptures, like all this shit. Like, and I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Like I was like, what the fuck? That actually happened. I mean, but low key, it kind of makes sense.
But it kind of makes sense. That's what I'm saying. And like I feel like I'm a Catholic. Yeah, like I believe in God.
Yeah.
But like I'll be honest too, there's certain things like I feel like anything like the government things, even like that, you're not gonna know the truth about everything.
Yeah, no.
And they're not gonna tell you. So like that story, I feel like it did happen, but they don't want people to know.
Yeah.
Because like then people are gonna do it, and then there's gonna be overdoses in a fuck.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? So like, I think there's limits between things, and people
Religion,
don't know that.
Man, it's like
control
all
that.
these like books and everything. I think it's like interpretation.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yes.
Like regardless of what religion you're at, like you follow, like I think it's interpretation of how you read the information. Like I'm more of a person that like just goes by values, like
Yep.
experiences and values, like, and like I don't really care what religion it is. Just be nice.
Just be nice.
Just
It's
be
respect.
respectful.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's respect.
But holy fuck, I wanna kind of get you that like exact fucking guy that figured out eventually. Like I want to have like someone else to look shit up.
Oh,
but
in
right
this
now
sense.
I'm doing it by myself.
Oh, you're multitasking here. Yeah, this guy multitasker. Hey, maybe build a skill right here.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
but going back to like the graphics and like the YouTube shit, it's like, yeah, man, like I made peanuts. I learned from my mistakes. Being a leader, being the thing, like, yeah, it and then eventually like university came, so I was just like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. This kind of like my high school era, but like, and also I wasn't making crazy money. But I look back on it, all the experiences. I was like managing kids, like send videos, send clips.
Wow.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like I would go through Skype calls back in the day. That was like big.
Jesus.
But now,
how much time did you take out from your like regular day job? Like, did you have a hard time like struggling that
balance?
Yeah, the balance between that, or
so if we're talking King and Queens now and this and my day job,
yeah.
I'll tell you right now, me and the team, we literally have like 2 or 3 calls a week, like after work. We all work 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's a passion, man. Like, we had this talk once,
So you
and
find
we're just
time
like,
for it.
Yeah, like
And
we
you
just
don't complain.
right, and
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like we love doing it. I know it's like business sides of like emailing sometimes and like
Sure, admin and all that.
whatever. But like, that's the thing. Like anything, once you start doing it more and more,
The payoff.
it comes easier.
Yeah.
it really comes.
You have
easier.
a workflow, and then,
Yeah. And then that's the thing. Like I guess that's the balance we have. We work at 9 to 5, then we'll have calls in the evening, certain updates, whatever. We'll go through it in the night. Social media wise, I handle it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm really bad in the sense that I cannot have, like, I have to have my phone next to me. Like right now, this is really good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit.
Yeah, but I guess because like I'm in
Just
this
'cause of how tapped in
setting. Yeah,
you
this is
have
the
to
setting
be.
right now. I'm okay. But like, yeah, if I'm doing my day job, 5 minutes after doing a task, I'll be on my phone, man.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty like quick on my phone, but it does have some perks because I'm always able to reply to people. I'm always willing to like post or whatever. I'm always prepared, right? So again, it's a skill, consistent. You built it. Now it's like it's just a natural habit.
Do you find it also distracting? Like distracts you from like stuff? Like do you find it?
I do have these feelings as time goes on. Like I'm like, fuck, I spent a little too much on my phone on my time. I need to get more shit done. Mm-hmm. There is times of my day that, well, this is the benefit of working. The job I work for is I work from home for 3 days, and 2 days I go in the office.
Yeah.
So I mean, the benefit there is if I do start my day late, or I get distracted on my phone and I'm sitting 30 minutes on my phone, like messaging, doing other stuff for King Queens, I'll end up working a little late for my day job, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I look at it as like I'm balancing it. I get my shit done. You know, it's not the hours. I still get my work done. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah.
So as long as you get your work done, you're like,
that's my
fair.
mindset.
I've had problems with that too. Like sometimes I just like go on.
Yeah. You get
TikTok,
sidetracked.
Yeah,
You just
it
get
just
sidetracked.
fucking it just takes over, and like I put the screen time thing on, and then you're like, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll take it. Dude, like when you're in it and you're like going through it, you don't even realize.
Yeah.
You're just like just scrolling and just really looking through shit.
Well, there's like I think there's like a 10-minute display time for my work computer, right? And like when I'm on the phone and I see that turned off, I'm just like, oh fuck, because I'm like, fuck, my boss is gonna find out I was away for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But then it also in a way it's good because then it's like, fuck, put the phone away.
Yeah.
But you have this feeling that you're like, oh fuck, I'm like, I'm
need
behind.
it.
I need it, but then I'm also behind.
Yeah.
If you're like too much on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
I get that too. Like I'll be on it. Like I've had days, dude. Like I've just been on my phone the whole day, or just. And I could have done stuff, but I didn't really have to do them.
Yes.
And like, I'm like, okay, it's a chill day today. And the chill day becomes all about the phone.
Yes.
And like during pandemic, dude, like, oh my God, like it was the number of times I've done that, like during the pandemic is insane.
Insane, right? Yeah.
It's just, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what am I doing? And then it hits you, and then you're like, oh, filled with guilt. And I'm like, oh my God, fuck. But like, as things started to open up, I was just like real comfortable, like just putting, like, I just lock it in a drawer or something and just like work. Yeah. And with music, when I'm like working on music, it takes over. Like
it does, yeah.
Like, that doesn't
I'm with
help.
you on that.
Like,
yeah, music does take over.
Yeah,
which I love.
This is great.
But I think again, it goes back to all this topic. It's like it's your passion.
Yeah.
It's where the passion's at, and that's what takes over. And it's like you're saying, how do you guys find balance? And it's like it's the passion that takes over.
Yep.
Like fuck, I just did my 9 to 5. I fucking gassed, but like nah, I still want to send an email out, or I'll create a graphic design for the next post or the next announcement, because it's like the adrenaline of like, holy fuck, we're announcing the show. Like here's a big one I'll say, and this one, another artist that are coming up is Maddox. Maddox is massive.
Oh dude,
he's under Hardwell's wing. See, this is the funny. God, I'm getting all these guys under everyone's fucking wing, huh? But it's a genius idea.
Fuck. Maddox.
But that one is selling like fucking hotcakes, bro. Dude, the first day we put 5 tiers out, and I'll be honest, each tier had like 100 tickets. First 2 tiers were less.
My bad.
That's fine. First 2 tiers were less, but like, dude, it was already after 3 days already to sold tier out? 3.
Fuck me.
It's in tier 4 right now. Tier 4 is like already, there's like maybe 75% sold. So we're about to hit tier 5. Dude, it's only been like, I announced it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it's in November, bro. It's in November.
Oh my God.
That's fucked. Yeah.
Fuck, man. I mean, like, this is great, though. Like, this is great news for you guys.
Yeah,
like, you just huge. Keep pushing it, right?
Yeah. No, it's like...
What's the ultimate goal with... what's the like an act that you just want to...
Oh, should I say it and jinx myself or fuck? No, I mean, I'll be honest. I do have an in. So anyone watching, and even if a competitor's watching, watch your fucking ass. Because I do have an in. Well, actually, this is gonna get emotional almost.
Shit.
How I started EDM was I first listened to Spinning Records. And I heard Hardwell, Super Spaceman, bro.
Oh shit.
And that like was the beginning of the era, bro. And then doing all this, he doesn't come here often. So do you see where I'm going with this? And there has been talks that with some other promoters, we were like, where could we do this? But
oh my God.
Yeah, I do have an in. The question is when, where, and I'll let people think about that. But
it's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it's on the radar. It's on
Hardwell's
the radar.
Great. Spinning Records, like Spinning Records has a fucking great like roster of artists. Like,
yeah. They're like the foundation of the whole thing. And then a lot of those artists like created their own labels and like moved on. But if you look back in the day, like spinning was the start of it.
Would you guys ever want to dive into like on the label side of things? Like,
oh, it's a shit show now. You don't want to. I know a lot of like friends and people I've talked to, like advice wise, like if you started a label like I don't know 5 years ago, so much easier. Now it's like it's just too many, saturated. It's so saturated now. Yeah, it's either like you're big or
everyone has a label.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like anyone can self-release now too. So that's another thing. People are saying fuck labels because they can just use TikTok as their marketing.
Fair.
There's so many like sources now. I think back then labels had more connection and ins. Yeah. Now it's like the joke people even say some agents for like bookers. They're like I remember watching this guy. His name, I'll say his name because he's a really good guy. His name is Darkheart, and I think he's a really good guy to keep an eye out. He's like a tech house artist, but he used to make like a bunch of TikToks and things, and he made jokes about how agencies like, hey, they don't take you based on your skill and like what music you make. What is trending on TikTok right now? Oh, this artist created this brand. It's all about a brand now.
Like there's
it
is about the brand.
It's kind of like, I do understand there is a side of it of the brand.
How much attention equals how much tickets you can sell.
And that's what I mean. I get it, but then it also is like, where's the talent? Like my eyes, I want to see some balance. Like you should have a brand. You should have like a style, who you're about. Like perfect example, and I think he's super talented, is Don Diablo. He has a style. It's future. It's like futuristic. The whole hexagon thing. It's like going in the future, right? That was his whole branding. But he's super fucking talented. You know, some of the music he makes, and a lot of people see that. So that's what I mean. Like a balance. You want to see a balance. I don't want to see that like you can't DJ. You're a fake DJ. You're a fake producer.
Yeah.
You don't make you don't make your shit, and then it's like, but you're just a brand.
Yeah. What's your opinion on? I think I saw Deadmau talk about prepping mixes ahead of time.
Prepping mixes?
Yeah, and performing them.
There's different prepping and
Where
mixing.
Do you stand?
So if you're pre-recording it and like you're literally clicking play, and that's just playing 50 minutes, absolutely fuck off. Get the fuck off the stage. That's like you're a fucking fake as fuck. Like, I don't need that in my life.
Have you seen any DJs do that? Like, first-time experience?
One guy. I know.
Not the ones you booked, though, right?
He's learned. Let's put it that way. He learned. He's good now. He's good now.
Okay.
But I will kid you not. When I started doing the live streams, shout out to this guy. His name is Martinello. Big inspiration of mine. I got an opportunity in like an Arizona news article, and I had a write up, and I was like supposed to write if I have any mentors, and I like to shout him out because when I started my company, he started a studio, and we both worked together really close because. Not many people, like, yes, people came to do some production lessons, but he was smart, and he opened up, like, he had, like, the DJ decks, and he would do live streams, and then he would, like, get people to do, if you want to practice, because no one can play anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, come to my studio, you can do a live stream. So he gave me a deal, because he knew I was doing a bunch of, like, monthly events of, like, live streams, so... What was smart was I would bring him clients, meaning other DJs, to create this event, which would be like 4 DJs on the lineup, but they all would record it at the studio. So then I would give him business, he gives me a deal, and it's exposure for my channel.
It's like a symbiotic.
Yeah. But cool. we really fed off each other and like helped each other grow, and like he's doing really well. He's one of the reasons why like the Big Maddox show, he creates like he's known to create trance. The genre.
Yeah.
And Maddox is back in the day was known for like a mix of trance and big room, but now he's more now on that techno side. But because he has those influences, I was like, you know what? I have to give this guy his fucking, give it back to your OGs. You know what I mean? It's like it's respect.
Yeah.
People won't know the long game, but like when you hear the story, like it's fucking. There's a reason.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
That makes sense.
Shout out to Martinello. But
mixes.
Yeah, mixes going into him. Yeah, so at his studio, some guy that I brought on, Martinello tells me after, he's like, yo, he's only been staring. So you know how a CDJ works. There's like the right side and the left side, both screens, and in the middle is the mixer, right? He tells me, he's like, yo, didn't you see this guy, how he did his set? I'm like, what do you mean? Didn't you notice he's only staring at one CDJ the whole time? And I was like, yo, no. And I was like, you're kidding. And he's like, yeah, this guy pre-recorded his set 100%.
Oh my God.
Because he's like, I didn't see anything pop up on the other screen.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And he ran the entire set that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Did you guys say anything to him, or
down
later?
the line I did. I said,
Gotcha.
I kind of gave him advice. He is a good friend of mine today.
Okay.
And I'm really proud to say he has learned, and he has become a lot better producer, DJ himself. He's definitely out there. But obviously, I don't want to say it.
No, of course. Yeah, fair enough.
In fairness. But good for him. If he's listening, kudos to you, man. And no, you're doing a lot better now. You learned the hard way, but that's a life lesson to anyone. Like, fuck, man. Like, you just got to put the fucking time to it and learn. And
instead of trying to skip lines or whatever, right?
Yeah. Here's a different side of things. I have heard this, though, and I don't know if you heard this, but when Martin Garrix was blowing up, because he was so talented as a producer, he didn't know how to DJ. And one of his first performances were actually pre-recorded.
Actually, huh?
Yeah.
I know that he's really, really good at production. Like, he went to this one school, I think Amsterdam?
Somewhere in Amsterdam.
Somewhere in Amsterdam. Yeah. He did, like, because I was doing my research.
There, let's be honest. All those Netherlands. Yo, they're all nuts, bro. I want to ask like Maddox, he's from Netherlands, and even Julian Jordan too. I almost want to ask these guys like, so what's the life as producing? Is it naturally in your blood? Like, fuck, do you just wake up and like pull out a DAW and like fucking slam all these notes? Like, how the fuck?
My God, no, like he did a legitimate like whole like schooling for like EDM, and like I was looking into it, and I think he does it in FL.
Yeah, he's FL.
Which makes sense. Like the sequencer in FL is crazy.
I like FL. I use FL.
Yeah, to be honest. I think that's a very common DAW for beat makers. I mean, hip hop too, right?
Yeah.
And EDM, like it's been the standard for a while, so it makes sense. But yeah, like I've seen like his production side of things, and dude, this guy's insane. The layers and like everything that's lays down. Dynamics between sections. Oh, crazy.
It's nuts.
Like, but yeah, you were saying about like Martin Garrix.
Yeah, no, he it's just so I guess like because his career was going so quick,
he played.
The guy didn't have time to fucking DJ, right? So yeah, I'm positive now though. Like he knows. Like I've seen some mixes now and what he's shown, but like I've heard that story in the beginning.
Damn,
it's crazy. But see, so that side of things I would actually respect, because it's like you're at a different level. You made your music. Like you're not full of shit. But like if you're like just a local, and I hate to say it, like learn your shit.
Yeah,
learn your shit. But prepping sets, going back to Deadmau5. So like that's the difference of pre-recording. Prepping, like putting cues, and like you're still mixing into the track. You're just planned that at this point I'm changing the like the frequencies. I'm changing the BPM at this time. Like I think that's totally fine because you're still DJing. It's just these are like mental notes for you to remember within your mix. Yeah. And that's totally fine.
Yeah. Then, it's just like performance, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
just
performance. That's prepping, performance, practice, right? And I think that's totally fine. That prepping is fine. But pre-recording, absolutely get the fuck out of here. You're fucking blacklisted off my fucking King Queen events. Straight up. No, like
do not
it's like
prep.
a lesson. Do not do that shit. But the most talented ones, like these are the threes, like there's 3 stages that I would say. There's like the pre-recorded bullshitters. There's the preppers that actually like, mental, like I'm going to do this at this point, just help your guidance through your mix. And then there's the freestylers. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Those guys.
That one's insane.
Mad talent. Mad fucking talent. Dude. Those guys know what key fucking works before mixing into the next track. It's just like, bro, how? They do say though now
there has to be some sort of music like background in terms of like theory and like in terms of like understanding keys, rhythm and all that stuff.
Yeah, you definitely have to know that. Like a breakdown of the track. Do you know when a fill's coming up? Yeah. Do you know when like the build-up's coming up? Shit like that. For my side of things, I started producing first before DJing. Stefan taught me to DJ. Super good DJ. Yeah. Advice. Shout out to him. Really talented.
Maybe I should ask him for fucking.
Honestly, a lot of people I'm not just saying that because like I learned from him. Yeah. Even my duo partner learned from him. So like, what I'm trying to say is like he's super talented. He has over 8 years experience. But one thing like he says like those are the 3 extremes. That's one of his things. And if you're a freestyle, like holy fuck, like Jesus Christ.
You've been like at it for a while. Yeah.
But one thing about the keys though, so like if you do scroll on a screen of like a CDJ, it does tell you which keys match. So there's like a green thing. It doesn't say exactly the key, like the name of the key, but it has like this green icon.
Yeah, that'll
like
display.
And then it'll say like these kind of match.
Okay.
But however, they might match, but that's when the freestyle comes in. Do you know if this track actually blends with this track? They could be in the same key, but they totally might not.
BPMs and all of that, right? You have to worry about
You can't work a fucking 135 song and then a 120. The keys match. Doesn't mean they're going to sound good after you switch. Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's shit like that too.
For upcoming DJs, right? Do you think they should... I heard this one particular DJ talk about like... because this one guy was talking about how it's important to push, like, have your own production, something that's of you, instead of just making mixes and stuff
of like random people's music, right?
Yeah. And this guy had an argument that like DJing started with making mixes.
I think I saw that once on Instagram on a reel. Yeah. I think it came from that site called DJ City or something.
Possibly.
And those guys, there's a whole debate. It's like there's the old school guys that will argue that like a mix can be like that's the mix, right? Yeah. And like that's talent. And then there is the now new generations, like your production, and you put that in your mix.
Something
you're super more original.
Yeah.
I think they're both right.
Yeah.
But I also want to argue then to the oldies, there's an evolution of everything. Everything evolves.
Yeah.
So that's not hating to them. I think it was great during your era.
Yeah.
But now, with so many people in the scene, so many people that could be a DJ, so many people that could be a producer, you need to stand out.
For sure.
And
product
that's
differentiation
when you have
huge,
a unique production, you have something that's totally different of a song that no one else has, and you're putting that in your set, that stands out. That's the difference. Yeah. You create flips, you create edits, example, Retrovision, so calling out some of the guys we're booking. Yeah. He's known for flips. So he'll bring like he'll bring like a random song, and then at the drop he switches it to like some other song. But it sounds so good. And that's like his thing he's known for. But that's the thing. These are like different versions of how you DJ. These old school guys are just thinking like mixing like next song to next song, and like, but that's not their song. But that's the evolution of it. Yeah. That's the difference, man.
Everything
like
evolves, right? Yeah, so you gotta kind of get in with the times.
Yeah, adjust with the times, because world's changing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Where do you think EDM's going from here?
Every year there's this joke that there's a genre of the year. So like I know years like back in the day used to be like progressive house, big room. Then it was like jumping into the house era. Like when Fisher dropped Losing It, that's when every like tech house really started getting big. And like tech house has been known for like the last few years. Now it's like techno. There's rumors that now it's gonna be like main stage techno. There's rumors like I don't know, but like every year it changes. Some genres stick like strong, some fall apart. Like right now, like pre-pandemic Future House was like so big. Like all these guys, like I named some names earlier, like Masto, Mike Williams, all these guys, they're big, known for that. They're on spinning records and shit.
Wow.
And then boom, pandemic hits, like their genre like is dead.
Yeah.
It's just no one gives a shit to listen to it.
Man.
But that's
so
the
many
thing,
careers
man.
like just disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Like that were like they were building on it, just pandemic hits, like it's gone. Like lots of businesses died.
It's shit. But again,
how you jump back, right? Yeah. That's what matters.
I mean, I can say I started right before the pandemic. I wasn't running like what I'm running now, but I will say like if I didn't do those live streams, I don't think King Queens would be where it's at with the connections I made, all these agents, the network, etc. Because that all built it to do what I'm doing now live.
Fair.
And like. It's like we said, like if you didn't adapt, if you didn't adjust, I don't think any of this would happen.
You'd be just stuck in the past, right? Yeah. And like it just, the world's gonna move on, but you're just like, if you're adamant about like where you're at, sometimes holding your ground is good. It's good, but like you just have to kind of like pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to that. Like same thing with me. Like when I started with music, like I started with piano and like playing music, and my goal was to just perform and like just push that, do live side of things. But like obviously I need to have original shit.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do for that? I have to write songs. So I started writing shit. And then I'm like, okay, well, I need this shit to be recorded. How do I do this?
Yeah.
I had to fucking figure out the whole production side of things. I was like, initially when I started, dude, I hated it.
Yeah.
Like it's so frustrating, right? You have ideas in your head, you want to translate it into the DAW. You're not able to do it.
No, bro.
Have you gone through
I've gone through it. I've been producing now for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4 now with my duo partner. How that actually started, like, it's crazy how this, like, in a way, this can sound mentally crazy, but like this is insane how it's coming together. Is a vision of me being a DJ producer was actually part of this King Queen idea. Yeah, it's actually fucking mind blowing. So
and now you're doing it too.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
Man. Yeah, so it's pieces are coming together. People can like. I still look back. There's always gonna be jealous people. There's always gonna be people like, oh, he's booking himself. Like, what the fuck, man? But like, dude, you have no idea.
This is your baby,
behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah, man, come on.
You have no idea where the bottom ground started. And it's like the years I put in. You know what I mean? Like, people, yes, I understand. Like, I was smart. I took advantage of the live stream era. No one's going out, so that was smart. I made my own kind of go out virtually. Right? Yep. So, fuck, man. But, my last year of uni, my duo partner's name's Yuri. We met in uni. Second year, we both like loved festivals, loved EDM. We just became close friends in that. We started like a YouTube channel, just like jokes mixes, like just EDM shit, documentaries of DJs. It was called Watts Music. There's one about
Watts
Zed.
Music.
Yeah, you can find it.
Oh,
it's
fuck.
like it's about like Dubs, Zed, and like both of us did voice recordings, created videos of these guys. But that's the thing, we were super fucking passionate, right?
Dude.
We were like expressing.
Is it Watts?
Yeah, like WATZ and then music.
Watts Music. Dude, I'm curious.
The ideas was like as lightning bolt Watts.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
No.
No.
That one. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's a video that actually did really well.
Which one should we watch here?
There's mixes. Let's see. Yeah, dude. Holy fuck! I haven't watched. See, this like 6 years ago, bro. That's how you know. Like, I've been.
You've been at it, man.
At it, bro. Like, there's a whole passion story to this shit. There's like so. Yeah,
those are the ones that make it though. Like like if you stay consistent and you're like you have to fucking this has to be your life.
But you know what? It's like doing this was like a pre-curl to like all this stuff. Like I didn't know that I would actually be doing good in like running events. And maybe when I started this, I thought this is what I'm good at. But then I realized I'm like, okay, maybe this is not it. But there's something else that I don't have that I need.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, now it's coming together.
It's the same thing. Well, like I was studying jazz music. And at the time, I didn't really know what the application would be, or classical music even, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really know what the application would be. Like now, when I'm like trying to produce stuff, and I have these ideas, and I can hear something and I can play it.
Yeah.
And like I realized how important those skills were when I was like nagging about playing Beethoven or like whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't really particularly like it because my classical teacher was a fucking crazy like person. He would be like
strict on it.
Yeah, super strict.
Yeah.
So like at the time it didn't really make sense, but you know it worked out, man.
It worked out.
It's the same thing. That you're
so this one was called Did You Know?
Okay.
This one was like about chain smokers.
Oh shit.
So like if you saw like the cover, it was like they hide their faces. Did you know about them? And if you listen to it, it's just like little documentary / music.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you're already having your target audience right there, right? Like you're just.
Yeah, and that was actually we made that
you made the
graphic in the beginning.
Dude, sick.
Well, obviously it was still through like a website, but we put our own touch to it.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's like, this is who they are. This is Chainsmokers. See? Yeah. So that's Yuri, that's my duo partner. Yeah. So we created this page together.
They used to hide their face initially, huh?
Chainsmokers, I guess. Fuck it. This is video 6 years old. Fuck.
What even happened to them? They were pretty big, no?
They still are. They still are.
Right?
Yeah, they're more known as like pop EDM now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Lots of people were hating on them too.
Yeah. They really changed their direction and style and there's controversy and stuff. They're just people started to like them because they weren't really poppy. And they're just like not EDM, and then it's just like, why do I want to see that?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's like you get booked for an EDM festival, but you don't like, you know what I mean?
Start
and then
like
vice versa. It's like
pop shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like and then they became more like the Coachella and all that.
Yeah. I noticed that they booked like big acts. They had songs with what's that one song? Halsey. Coldplay.
Yeah, Coldplay they had.
Booked some big
Yeah,
bands.
it's nuts.
But I mean, I don't know what they're doing right now.
No, now I don't really follow. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, right? They changed, so my kind of style, like I'm not gonna.
Skrillex looks like a whole different person.
He's another one that's different.
Is his sound different too?
Yeah, he's totally different now. Yeah, he's no dubstep. He's like, people call him like bass house / like weird house.
Wow, so he switched it up.
Yeah, he switched it up. That's the thing that if you ever seen, there's like this joke about like Times Square and stuff. Him and like 2 other guys did pop-ups. It was like during pandemic too.
Shit.
It was like him, this 410 guy, and it's the guy Fred again. If you heard that.
Oh,
name.
bro.
Yeah, it's them 3.
Dude, Fred again, man. Yeah. Oh my.
There's a huge story about him. Supposedly he did so many like ghost productions for people back in the day.
Really?
That no one knew. That's why he was hiding his project for time.
Fred again.
That's why he blew up.
Jesus Christ.
He was super talented for years.
So wait.
I don't know why he just held his project.
What the fuck?
And I guess he was so busy doing other